All right, Falcons. So this is the video direction for the green group. So here's your Google form. All right, looks like this. So green group, you guys are on, you know what you need to know. So we're more looking forward. And so we're going to look at some questions that are looking at some different things that we probably haven't considered before. All right, so obviously basic stuff to get credit, period name stuff. All right, so this is the kind of idea of this assignment. This photograph of Earth was taken by NASA astronaut from the moon during the Apollo 8 mission in 1968. Does it look like the moon, the Earth is in one of our moon phases? Think about that. That's what we're going to start to look at. Okay, so with your group, you're going to use the sim, and the sim is linked right here, along with all of the vocabulary for our unit and all of the key concepts that we've learned so far. And then when you're in the sim, you make sure you're looking at the top view and the view from Earth. Let's see if my sim is still here. It's going to reload. Okay, let that reload. So we're going to look at both of those. Be sure to talk this out with your group because this is new stuff. Tips: move the moon to create the phases described in the question, and then investigate the top view. Imagine that instead of being on Earth, you were on the moon, and what would you see on Earth? So once I get the sim open, I will show you. Remember to refer to the key concepts. They might also help you. All right, so in the last chapter, we focused on the different phases of the moon that we observed from Earth. However, the moon is not the only object in the solar system that has phases. When astronauts visit the moon and look back at Earth, they see phases too, like the phases of the moon that we see from Earth. The phases of Earth and that the astronauts see from the moon are determined by the position of the moon in its orbit around Earth. Today, you're going to investigate the phases of Earth. So when the view from Earth is a new moon, the view from the moon would be. So let me show you what we're saying. Oh my goodness, apparently it's gonna take, okay. So it said new moon. Okay, so this is the new moon, right? It looks completely dark. Now imagine you're standing right here on the moon and you're looking at Earth. How would that look? What part of the Earth would we see? Would that be a new Earth phase, a crescent Earth phase, a quarter Earth phase, a gibbous Earth phase, or a full Earth phase? So notice what I'm looking at is if I'm looking here and I'm looking here, I would see the whole lit up side, wouldn't I? I'd see all light on Earth. So which one is that? Okay. And then you're going to do that for each of the moon phases. So now when it's view from Earth is full moon, what would we see? So I'm going to move it to full moon. Now you're standing right here on the moon. What do you see? So you're imagining that. When the view from Earth is a crescent moon phase, the view of the moon would be, the view from the moon would be, sorry, which one? Quarter moon, what would it be? Gibbous moon, what would the view from the moon would be? Okay, next question, we're looking back at this again. When the astronaut took this photo of Earth, what moon phase would have been visible in the view from Earth? So notice that this, to me, looks like gibbous. It's more than half lit. So if they see an Earth that is gibbous, based on what we've put over in this section too, what moon phase would it have to have been on the moon when they took that picture? Would it have been a new moon, a crescent moon, a quarter moon, a gibbous moon, or a full moon? And then you're going to explain your answer. Where was the sun in relation to the Earth when the astronaut took this picture? So is the sun up here? Is it down here? Is it over here? Or is it over here? So is it to the left, to the right, on top, or below kind of stuff, right? And then explain your answer. All right, last section. So far, we've thought about seeing phases from Earth and from the moon. But imagine for a moment that you could safely stand on the sun. What would Earth and the moon look like to an observer on the sun? All right, so imagine you can be over here on the sun. Obviously, we can't really stand on the sun, but if you could, how would both of these always look? Okay. What Earth phase would an observer on the sun see on May 22nd, 2025? So May, so you can quickly get to it by going May, right? You click this to May 22nd, May 2025. What Earth phase? So this again, remember, it's giving me the moon phase. The moon phase is crescent. What Earth phase would I see? Would Earth and the moon look different to an observer on the sun on another date in 2025? Yes or no? Explain your answer. All right, that's the assignment.